How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a special one that I've been working on for a few weeks now. This is my submission for the painting contest being held by the fine people over at CW Studios. Go check out their Patreon. I'll have a link in the description down below. For my submission, I will be painting Ranni from Elden Ring. Elden Ring was actually my first Souls game that I completed. I may have played Dark Souls 1 when it came out, but I don't remember. So I definitely didn't beat it, but Elden Ring, definitely top tier, one of my favorite games. Maybe close to near? Not sure yet. Anyways, Ranni's been on my list to do for a while now, and this was the perfect opportunity to make it happen. So here we are. Pretty much right away, I had the terrible idea of the gown being partially see-through. So that's what you're looking at here. I'm cleaning up the inside of the model after I basically just did a planer cut right down the middle so that I could paint it from the inside, which you'll see a little bit later in the video. Here I'm working on putting the arms together. Tried something new here using some UV clay to fill the seams. Actually, I think this worked pretty well. The clay is a little bit softer than I would like, but super easy to shape, and the end result's actually pretty good, so fairly happy with the way that turned out. Probably try that on a few models in the future. As always, starting with a black primer. Here I was trying to just shoot the base coat, but didn't cover enough, so I end up putting down a light gray from Vallejo to get things started. Then I cover that with the sky blue paint that I'm using for the mid-tone. For the gown, started by cutting in some of the hard to reach areas with the skin tones and the undershirt prior to airbrushing. Wasn't really sure if this was going to work, but figured if it didn't, I would just paint the outside like normal anyways, so nothing to lose here, right? So I will say, using yellow for the undershirt was a terrible choice because it took about 30 coats for it to cover and look good. But in the end, final product looks good, so I'm happy with it. I did just use a brush to try to put a base coat down. Again, it just took a lot of coats for it to look correct. I don't show it here, but after putting the yellow down, I did paint the entire inside, the skin tone. Well, on to the fun part. Painting the actual skin tones. For the shadows and joints here, use a fairly deep purple and a bright red to bring some life to the skin, especially since the skin color is a pale blue. Don't want her looking like a corpse. Although, I guess she is dead, but also not really dead. Her body's dead, but she's not. Also, this is a body and not a doll. But I don't make the rules. I'm just here to paint stuff. And we could spend all day talking about the lore of Elden Ring, and no one has time for that. Once the purple and red are down, I go back with the original sky blue color that I'm using for the base skin tones. This is extremely thin at this point. I think I probably put down 4 or 5 coats to get the coverage that I wanted, but also didn't want to go too far and cover up everything that I just spent time doing. And here's what our skin tones look like. I'll let you enjoy the next part without me yammering in the background. A little hard to see here, but I'm using a dark blue on very low air pressure, like 5 psi, to create some textures and beauty marks on the skin. We move on to the outside of the gown and the shirt. Use some liquid mask on the skin and then taped off the gown before airbrushing. Then paint some highlights on the gown prior to airbrushing. Again, the goal here is to create an illusion that the gown is somewhat transparent, so folds and shadows were sprayed and hand painted while trying to leave some areas where the skin tone could show through. just using light and dark blue from Vallejo. Most of this is covered up by the hat anyways, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time here. And now for the face shots. I'm using enamels here for the details on the face so that I can fix my mistakes with thinner if needed. This is actually my first time attempting to use enamels. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, but this is the way to go, I believe. Will say this, I believe, pro tip number 6. I think we're on 6. Pro tip number 6. If you want your eyes to look good, just paint a model that only has one eye open. You're welcome. Printed the base in a clear red so that I could light it up from underneath using some LED strips and an Arduino Nano. I always read that like it says Articuno and can't ever say it any other way now. Regardless, super happy with how well it actually ends up lighting the whole model up. There we go. This has been one of my favorites that I've done so far. I have some big stuff coming up later this month, so if you're still here, thank you. Check out some of the other videos on my channel. Also, don't forget to check out CW Studio linked below. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one.